Welcome to the channel, welcome to Banter in the Box, episode 26, game week 21 review. It's been another blockbuster week in the Family Fantasy Football League. 4 managers going into the transfer market this week, one of them spending £5 million on a Oi Is Mine tactical gambit. Europa League and Champions League football returned this week, and that saw loads of changes in positions in the league table. We've got the league table highlights, Cupid's arrow slightly off target, the quote of the week. Banter's gone a bit quiet this week, but I managed to wrestle a quote of the week from what little information I had this week. And I've got a manager of the season update. Big changes in the battle to be crowned manager of the season. So, league table review. Here is the bottom of the table. AFC Razor debut manager Ray Poulter remained bottom for a third consecutive week, and they were the lowest scoring manager this week. Things looking bleak for Ray Poulter. Pez United dropped a place, their lowest position since game week 5, and that is because Nicholas and Nelka, who were bottom for absolutely ages, climbed yet another place in the Family Fantasy Football League. That's the highest position Nicola has been since game week 2. 22nd place, I've Got a Life, dropped another place. That is now the lowest position Mops has been in since the opening week of the season. She dropped a place because Never the Boys manager Jack Hoxby climbed a place with a highest weekly total of very impressive 76 points from Jack Hoxby, and that's the highest position Jack has occupied since the opening week of the season. In 19th place, Chairman's Choice dropped 4 places, the lowest position I've occupied since game week 10. The Appleys United dropped 2 places to 18th, the lowest position James has occupied since game week 6. Gobi Desert Canoe Club climbed a massive 3 places as the highest position Pops has been in since game week 9. And in 15th place, Lyndon's Lovelies equalled their personal highest weekly total for the season with an impressive 60 points. Top of the table, where the Big Knobs stayed 14th, despite themselves scoring a personal highest weekly total of 61 points. Simon's still in pole position to take the manager of the month for February. In 10th place, Hatch United, the biggest fallers this week, down a massive 5 places. That's the lowest position Neil has been in since the opening week of the season. In 7th place, the Creed Bratton Society, the Mad Hatter, dropped 3 places. That's the lowest position the Mad Hatter has been in since game week 2. And Megan Hoxley Chamberlain also dropped 3 places, the lowest position Meg has been in since game week 15. And in 5th place, Coldplay United, Martin Maloney's remarkable season continues, up 2 places. That equals Mr. Maloney's highest ever position in this, his second season in the Family Fantasy Football League. He started the opening week of the season in 5th place. He's hovered in the top 10 all season long, and now he's back up to where he started the season in 5th. He's never been higher than 5th, but he's only 1 point below 4th place, which is occupied by Thames Ironworks FC. Darren Ravel up 2 places. That is a season high for last season's runners-up. But the big movers this week up 5 places, the biggest climbers, Legends 23 manager Nicky Saunders. They scored a 5th weekly win of the season, and that is the highest position Nicky has occupied since the 10th of October 2019. Arden Diamonds remained second, but did, for the second week running, cut Grease Lightning's gap at the top of the table. That is now 187 points clear I think that's, if I've got that math right, something like that anyway. But champions-elect Alexi Lagos well out on top. So that is the league table for this week. Now, Valentine's Day in the week, and the Family Fantasy Football League is full of romantics, one of which is Never the Boys manager Jack Hoxby. Takes after his dad, of course. Jack, ever the romantic, decided to send girlfriend India not only a Valentine's Day card and some flowers and a bottle of gin, because India is a bit of an alcoholic, but also he decided to send her a box of Thornton's chocolates. What a very romantic gesture. Obviously, he had to send these in the post because he's not seeing India at the moment because of COVID. And it would have all gone really, really well. But he got a call from India to say, you know, she got the flowers and she got the card. They came on Valentine's Day, and then the Moonpig screwed up a little bit and the gin was held up, but it arrived a day later. And then the next day the chocolates arrived, and Jack got a call from India to say, did you send me chocolates? And Jack went, yeah, have they arrived? And India said, well, I'm not sure, because the chocolates arrived in a box that said, Dad, have a good one. Well, there you go, Jack. You can't win them all, mate, but it did make me laugh. And maybe he meant them for India's dad. Maybe he's buttering India's dad up because he's going to have a big question to ask India's dad in the very near future. Who knows? Quote of the week this week. It's been a bit quiet after some fantastic banter over the last few weeks. But the Mad Hatter did have something to say. He's always got something to say, and it made me smile on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group in reaction to me posting last week's Banter in the Box video. The Mad Hatter sent a link to a meme of Jose Mourinho saying, "If I speak, I am in big trouble." Well, I can understand why the Mad Hatter's feeling that way, but it was funny. It made me laugh. That's a quote of the week, and that is a manager of the season point for Jordan. Talking of manager of the season, this was last week's quiz question. Greece Lightning became the first manager in FFFL history to lead the league table by 200 points. That was now a couple of weeks ago. But which FFFL champion currently holds the record for the biggest ever winning margin at the end of the season, and in which year did they achieve that record? So you would score 2 points. 1 point for naming the manager and another point for naming which year they achieved that biggest ever winning margin. And there was a bonus point on offer if you could tell me how many points they won the league by in that season. Now, two managers, only two, had a guess at this one. Hatch United manager Neil Hatch thought that it might have been Wayne Robinson in 2019, but Neil decided not to have a guess at the bonus point, how many they won the league by, but he thought it was, he didn't say it was Wayne Robinson, he said it was Darren Ravel in 2019, but he didn't say how many points Darren had won the league by. He didn't bother going for the bonus question. Darren Ravel in 2019. And Lyndon's Lovely's manager Joe Hoxby was the only other manager to have a guess, and Neil and Joe last week were neck and neck at the top of the manager of the season table. Lyndon's Lovely's manager Joe Hoxby thought that it was Steve Holmes in 2008. Well, I can reveal that one of those answers, and I thought this was one of those questions that had run for a few weeks, one of those answers was correct. It was indeed Steve Holmes in 2008. Joe also didn't bother going for the bonus question of how many points did he win by. And I won't reveal how many it was because that might be a question for the future. But that was 2 points to Joe Revell, which means Joe is clear at the top of the manager of the season table. And I've just realised that that table is wrong. She shouldn't be on 17 manager of the season points. She should be on 16 manager of the season points because she only got 2 points this week. But she is 2 points clear at the top. Jordan Williams moving up into joint fourth with the point that he picked up in the for the quote of the week. And this week's quiz question, we're going back to who the fuck is that? 1 point on offer if you can tell me which Family Fantasy Football League manager is pictured there. That's it for this week, everyone. Keep the banter coming in, and until next week, stay safe. Bye bye.